Alright guys, good afternoon. Beautiful day in Melbourne today. Well, it's kind of the end of the day, as you can see. Nice clear skies. Wish I was out, but stay at home waters, as you know. Quick video, wanted to just touch bases, everyone, let you know what's going on in my mind, and it's not a funny video or entertaining video anyway. It's just an update video. So if you don't like updates, close the video. But it's just about some planning that I've been doing for the All Terrain Action channel and future things I have in store. Now, essentially, last year, some of you that follow the channel would remember that we had some problems off-road. I think Will, he broke a couple of bits off his crown gear and he lost his rear diff, so the Adventra had to tow it out, and it was very hard going. The Adventra probably should have died, but it didn't. It somehow did it. I don't know how, it just did it. After that weekend, I thought, well, we need a vehicle that we can have trust in, and that made me walk and think, and ended up buying this. So this is, well, we only got this about a month and a bit ago, and it's a current model, this year's model, Toyota Fortuner. We got it brand new, yeah. I think the end of July it was, yeah. And I've already gone ahead and started modding it and doing some basic stuff, not making it crazy off-road, just making it support, you know, aiding off-road for our off-road vehicles. And so far we've put, well, I've put 32-inch tyres on it, all terrains. I decided to go with a different type of all terrain than we normally do, something so we can make a review on it. I went with Pirelli, I think it's AT Plus. Now, we used to have Pirelli ATRs on the Adventra in its early days, and they did really well. They're a Y pattern design, but the AT Plus are a much more blocky design, as you can see. A little bit similar yet different to BFG's blocky design. And I like the blocky design because if we hit a little bit of mud with a bit of wheel spin, we can eject a little bit and still get a bit of traction. With this also, I got a standard Toyota steel bull bar. I know a lot of people will be like, ew, don't get that, but you know, it works for me. I don't need anything over the top. Got a winch cradle behind there already set up. I haven't chosen a winch to put on it yet. I put I think it's 2.1 dBi GME antenna on. Got a TJM snorkel, which I got TJM Burwood to install, so shout out to them, really good people there. Dynamic, I put them on 17-inch dynamic steels. I think it's either a 15 or 25 positive offset, can't remember. This is standard height, guys. I haven't put any lift in this, and I don't plan to put any lift on this until I'm happy with the vehicle. So I've got all the weight in there the way I want it, and then I'm going to get someone, a specialist, to give me some good advice of how we can level this vehicle out and get a bit of height out of it. Nothing over the top, just to get that front diff clearance a bit higher, because at the moment she sits a little bit low. I think it's standard 220 mils or 219 mils, but with the bigger tires on there, I think it's about 230 now, and it's still much lower than the Adventra. The Adventra has, when it's lifted, currently it's because it's not on, the air shocks aren't up, but the Adventra currently, I mean, you get a bit of an idea of clearance. It's, once the air shocks are up at the back, we get around about 260 to 280 mils. It depends. I can boost these right up because these are super lift shocks, which are another type of air shock from another, I think it's like the VT sedan or VT wagon super lift shocks. They're a GM shock, and they do really well with a little bit of modification, thanks to Oliver. He helped out with that. So yeah, the Adventra's got much more height capability, but this vehicle will obviously have true four-wheel drive. It's a part-time four-wheel drive, so we can work out. And I've still got labels on it. That's how very little I've used it. If it unlocks, oh wait, that's the boot. Let's try the right button first. So you guys know me already. I love my throttle controllers, so it already had the EVC on back order that arrived. Thanks to AZ Scanners, they helped us out with the scan gauge for the Fortuner. If you don't know what that is, I'll make another video eventually, and I'll pop it up in the top corner now for a link. If you don't see a link now, it means I haven't done the video yet, but it will come in the future. I put in the GME, as I said. I chose I think it's XRS370C. The reason why is it's got a speaker here and on the unit, and the unit's hidden away. I've put a wide underneath there, and I can just kind of, I thought I would eventually disconnect it and stow this away when I'm not using it, put it in the glove box, but ever since I put this in, I've just left it. I don't see myself ever actually disconnecting this now, so I've just kind of, that was just a pointless setup. That's hooked into my dual battery that I also put in. As I said, it's my camera car, so GoPros around. There'll be some more GoPros at the back that will face out through the window, because I think in Simpson Desert, if we have the GoPros on the outside, we're going to struggle with keeping them clean from dust. Other than that, yeah, it's part-time four-wheel drive, and it comes factory with the standard rear locker. I've already given it a little bit of test. There's a video of me whinging how less capable it is than the Adventra, but no, I was kind of joking. I mean, once you put the rear locker on, the thing becomes incredibly more capable for obvious reasons. A couple of small fancy things. I just got windshields already, because I like to have my window down a little bit, and I don't like the air coming straight in, so I bought a TowPro Elite V3, which I'm going to hook into the Adventra, because I want to be able to tow the camper with it. And when I want to go towing, because it's going to be the towing vehicle, I want to lay a bit of weight off the Adventra transmission. So we'll use this to tow things. I'll just show you one more. Well, I'll show you my electrical handiwork. It's not the flashiest, but okay. So I got the Redarc BC DC. I think it's like a 25 amp setup. I think it's 105 or 110 amp hour lead acid. I went with lead acid because apparently it gets warm under here, and you don't want like a lithium or something sitting under here getting really hot. That's kind of why that's also mounted there, because it's before the radiator. Jesus. That was loud. Don't know why that happened. I think I might have bumped the panic button on the remote. Whoops, scared the crap out of me. But yeah, so I put the BC-DC charger before the radiator. That way the cold air that's coming in will keep this cool. A lot of people actually install them in here next to the battery. I think they're incredibly insane, because that would just get hot as. And I've then read some people saying that it gets too warm and it reduces charging rate. So I'm kind of glad that I did that. Yeah, it's me bumping the keys. I got this running into the cab pretty much, and the UHF stays permanently on. The actual XRS unit has a cutout time, so if no transmission has been received or sent in 3 hours, it'll turn itself off, which is perfect for us when we're off-road, because I want to turn the car off and still be able to use the UHF. I haven't really got much else I've done in this. I got a battery that's got, keys are very sensitive apparently, they keep knocking them. I got a battery with dual terminals, so this one runs the main charge, and this one I just put all the accessories onto on each side. Actually, yeah, and I got maintenance batteries, because they said apparently the with all the heat, these do dry up, so I can top them up when they're running a bit low. I got Bluetooth battery monitors, which these are the Auto Hill ones. Now I picked these up when I got the scan gauge through AZ Scanners. These work really well, but they're pretty much exactly the same as the one you would get at JCar or anything like that, and you're generally paying about $50 each for them. Probably something you'd want if you want to be able to remotely check your battery monitor. But one thing I did find, with the GME that I didn't know before I got the battery monitors is that the actual voltage now of my auxiliary battery is on here. I don't know if you guys can see that, if you will focus it. Now let me try and focus it. There we go. Yeah. So if you guys can see in the right hand corner there, it's got the current voltage for the battery. That just tells me the battery is currently 2.3, I think it is, or 2.4 on the auxiliary battery. That's actually lower than normal because I had the air compressor hooked up to it earlier on today, pumping up the kids' bike. So, and I can just manually turn it off if it hasn't, you know, I want to turn it off, I guess. I put that other antenna that's up there that you see, I wired up a tracking device in here, and there's also Wi-Fi in here. So that's basically a cellular 4G antenna from RFI, and that basically gives wireless hotspot inside the cab. It also provides GPS positioning, so people can, well, not people, but so we've got tracking software on the vehicle, and when we're traveling long distances away, people can actually see where we are, where this vehicle's at. This Adventra actually had one. I took it out of it, so it no longer has tracking in it because it has the satellite tracking now, but this has got 4G tracking, so as long as it's got phone reception, we'll know where it is. And I don't know if I'll ever get satellite tracking for this just yet. It depends, if it costs money, so it's not really something that was important to me. Just having 4G tracking reduces my insurance. I think I'm paying just over $100 for this Club 4x4 for this, so it's pretty good. $100 a month, or just over, fully comprehensive with off-road recovery. Definitely rate Club 4x4. We've had it for a long time with the Adventras, and we've never had to use the off-road recovery because we've just always been able to manage ourselves. But if the time ever came, well, it's always good to have it. So if you haven't been following the Adventra mods, custom snorkels on, it's been tested. We're still waiting on my front push bar from Ollie over in WA, who's still, I don't know what they're doing. I'm still waiting for them. They'll eventually come around. 28.5 inch BFGs, 16 inch Crewman alloys, light bar at the top that's just hooked in with a relay to my fog lights. So if my fog lights are on and my high beams are on, they'll turn on. If my fog lights are off, then they won't turn on. If my high beams are off, then they won't turn on. I've just set it up that way because it was the easiest. I think it's 16mm spacers in the back. I think I've got 10+5 in the front. It's interesting, actually, the 10+5 in the front. It gives you quite a bit of height. I haven't had any problems with CVs yet, but don't know, it hasn't caused me any problems yet. I was kind of expecting that it would. I don't have the keys to the Adventra handy, so I really can't give you an Adventra walkthrough, which is not really what I wanted to do in this video anyway. But I found the perfect mattress. Can we see in? Can we see in? Not really. But I found a perfect mattress in there that fits. And I found these things from Explore 4x4, which they just sit on the back of the seats, and they offer pockets so I can put UHFs in and cards and all sorts of small things, spare batteries for the GoPros. So trying to find stuff when I've been bouncing around is not going to be impossible anymore. Something I've been looking for. I don't think there's much else in there. I mean, that's, yeah, HEMA navigator. Everything else is pretty standard. This car's actually running pretty good at the moment. Somehow, surprising. So, essentially, that is where we're at. If you guys have any questions, pop them in the comments below. I don't know what my next update will be. I mean, we've got a bit to do in the next few weeks. So I'll probably give you another update once I have more sight of what we potentially might be getting up to. We're trying to wait for our stay-at-home orders to drop by Premier Dan. Very interesting. It's been very boring at home, but at least we're getting some of the maintenance done on the vehicles, and we've been able to get our camera car four-wheel drive / aid vehicle prepared. I think that's it. So guys, if you're watching, new to the channel, probably some things are happening on this channel in the next year. Simpson Desert will be interesting. I strongly suggest that you subscribe if you don't want to get crappy notifications from our channel, because well, it's not exactly the content you want, but you want to check out how the Simpson Desert trip goes when we take two of these all-wheel drive Holden Adventras with two four-wheel drives, 78 series troop carrier and this Toyota Fortuner. Then just hit subscribe, untick the bell. Then without the bell you won't get notifications of videos, but then at least when you open Facebook you'll see our videos in the feed. But if you don't want to miss out on any video we upload, I strongly suggest you hit the bell button and turn notifications on, and that's all notifications, not just recommended notifications. I think by default it's recommended. So you want to see everything, click the bell, get everything. Anyway guys, I cannot think of anything else I want to say, so that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I'm kind of weird by recording videos when there's like people walking around and stuff, because they're all looking at me weird. And the lighting is terrible because the sun's going down. I can only really record this when I finish work, otherwise I'll be making videos while I'm at work. That's not right. That's not right when I'm working from home. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. See you guys later.
Looking good, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lindsay.
My pleasure. And I'll speak to you very soon.
Thanks.
See you soon.
See ya.
Bye.
Oh.
Bye.
See you later. See you, Chelsea. See ya.
Yeah.